What does it mean to lead innovation? To really aspire to make a difference from the top down of the organization? Leading innovation is putting a lie to the myth that innovation should be fostered as a grassroots, bottom-up exercise from the streets. Innovation needs to be a top-to-bottom commitment from the most senior executives of your organization to the workers who execute on those aspirations every day. We say this because we've seen too often when design thinking is deployed to the troops that it creates great aspirations and it deploys skills and people are prepared to practice and produce great new outcomes and prototype them to success. But to succeed, they have to have sponsorship. They have to have support. And let me explain why. When you're innovating, you're taking risk. Remember when we talked about that 2x2 triangle with the 3 horizons? Well, when you're innovating in the lower left corner, that's just doing your job about improving what we do today for the customers we have today. That's fine. No one will take issue with that. It's incremental. It's low risk. Go for it. When you try and push into new markets, new offerings, new technologies, new capabilities, you're incurring cost and risk. And you're doing it because you're going to make a bet on getting a higher return, which means you need to take a portfolio strategy. You're going to invest in multiple different possibilities in the knowledge that not all of them can succeed. If there was no risk, there'd be no reward. So you're taking higher risk, so you have to invest like an investor, where you make a number of small bets and in the hopes that you'll get indications of which ones are going to succeed, and you'll eliminate and kill off the ones that are bad bets soon, and you'll double down on those that are going to be more successful. And that's the path of venture capital, not of private equity. Companies today manage that lower left quadrant like private equity, meaning you're buying a company that you're trying to renovate at its core. And that's, again, relatively low risk, low investment cost. A venture capitalist knows that making a singular bet on a single entity is super high risk when you move out into the second horizon. So they make multiple bets. Think of it as a basket, where it's the value of the basket overall, and you can have 9 out of 10 investments fail because that 10th one can be so big it'll pay for all the rest. You become very astute at what the indicators are of successful innovations, and you kill off the losers early. And if you are the progenitor of one of the losers, just remember that that's the point of innovation, to take a risk, to seek higher reward, and to keep on trying. Serial entrepreneurs are serial for a reason. They have to do it over and over again because the failure rate's so high. Don't find that daunting. But as a leader, you're managing a different process. You're managing a whole basket of possibilities, and you're welcoming failure. Failure suggests that you're taking the right level of risk. When we talk to leaders, one of the things we try and do is gauge their ambition level. You can talk to leaders who make these grand pronouncements about shooting for the moon without doing the calculus of risk and reward. So what they're saying is, let us pursue this great reward without understanding what it's going to cost, what kind of risk I need to incur, how I need to make multiple bets in order to see if one of them could achieve this moonshot. So our job with leaders is to make sure that when they seek a high return, they balance it against their aspirational risk and bring those into alignment. That's the integrity that we're looking for, the one-to-one alignment between words and actions, between aspirations and deeds. Leaders must lead. We're going to introduce you to 4 different management models for leadership of innovation, the way that you can organize yourselves for success, and different iconic companies have used different models. We'll reference those. And then we're going to talk about the different roles of leadership, how you identify the areas, the strategic imperatives for innovation, how you communicate those, how you assemble teams, how you fund them, how you measure them, how you reward them, and frankly, how you celebrate the cultural success that you get as a back-end result of doing this entire methodological innovation life cycle. Building a system for innovation results in a culture of innovation, not the reverse.